True indeed with you. Holy Circle Gaming. Thank you for rocking with your boy like always. Definitely a privilege and an honor to do as such. Y'all see we'll be getting into some Gems of War, continuing the series. So before I get into any of that, if y'all listening right now, whether y'all listening on Twitch, appreciate y'all rocking right now, or if y'all taking a look on the YouTube later on down the line. I'm actually working with a new microphone. It's called the Boya microphone. Not to give it too much push or anything, but it's one of those lavalier microphones that I'm rocking with. So if you like the sound that is coming out, definitely reach out to your boy and let me know. I want to see if it's giving out a good sound quality to you. I think it's a little bit better sound quality than what I was getting with my original mic setup. So hopefully this is a better sound for you. Hopefully it's coming through clear for you. Hopefully it's not a lot of air, wisp, or anything. Normally when you wear a lavalier microphone like the one that I have, it's actually attached here. I don't have the pop filter on top of it, but when you're wearing a microphone like this here, I can still project, I can still, convey with energy, but I don't have to project nearly as loud as what I typically would have to my other microphone. I had one of those little basic mics, didn't work out too well, but I definitely rocking with this. Didn't really cost me anything too expensive. Typically it's not what I would use for this particular setup, but I want to try it out in this particular setup to see how it would work in comparison to my original sound. So let me know. This is one of those ones that is definitely on a cord. I know that there's wireless variations of it, but if you like the sound that it's coming out with, if you like the cord, like the corded setup, if you're gonna be using it for like your IRL streams, things like that, you could use it for like with your smartphones, like PlayStation, Xbox, whatever you're rocking with, PC of course. If you need a little bit more free flow of motion where it's something a little bit smaller, where you need to have it a little bit close to you, whether you're streaming or not, even if you're doing some other stuff, I know like certain pastors rock with it amongst others. So if you need a microphone of this magnitude, I'll actually put the link in the description for this particular microphone if you want to rock with it. It's normally about $22.99 if I'm not mistaken on Amazon. I'll throw the link in the description if you like how it sounds and stuff, but let me know what y'all think about this microphone. All right, besides that, let's go ahead and get into this really quick. And again, sorry, before I say this is the Boya microphone. So let's go ahead and get into this real fast. This is the new campaign mode that we're rocking into. We're going to be doing this for, I guess, for the next 8 weeks from what it looks like. The campaign has, the similar task, a newer looking artifact, which is kind of cool. If you want to see kind of what the progression would be, I guess. I guess you could probably look at progression. Yeah, you can look at progressions here. So when you get to level 3, that's where you get your set of magic there. So level 3 and level 10, level 3 and level 10, the max you're going to get in this particular instance for magic is 4. Shield you'll get 15, attack you'll get 9, health you'll get 10, but you're only getting a max of 4 magic in this particular go round, which is cool. That means it's probably still worth the effort and the work to actually do it for the campaign, just for the magic alone, especially when you're going against certain builds or whatnot. Yes, it may work out pretty good for you, but we'll see as we go along, like how efficient or not efficient those 4 magic is going to be. But I think it'll be pretty good. Same as what you did in the previous campaign. You're going to have a bunch of stuff that you could chase after. On the top you'll see kind of what you're looking like as far as like jewels, souls, scrolls, things like that. On the bottom you see all the other stuff that you could potentially get as well. I think the biggest kicker here is going to be what is the mythic going to be? I think that's the question. I think the mythic right here is going to, I think this is the mythic here, Pharaoh Nefertiti. So the mythic in this instance, at base value, I guess, 22 damage to an enemy boosted by death mark enemies, curse and disease all enemies. Death mark a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. 50% souls from battle, which is kind of cool. Immunity to death mark poison. On paper, kind of It's kind of okay, not great, not terrible. If you need something for like soul grinding, I guess it might do the bill, but I think Pharaoh's Raw would probably be the much better of the choices once Pharaoh's Raw come around. I would probably rock with that first and foremost before I get into Pharaoh Nefertiti. If there is a Doom variation of this particular one, I would be interested to see what they do in a Doom variation of this particular mythic. So we'll see as we go along, but it's not great, not terrible. I don't know if it's worth $9 or $10. I don't know if it's worth the 10. Y'all can tell me if it's worth the 10 or not. I don't believe that it is. I mean, I thought Karandra was at least better consideration for the 10 versus like this one. I don't know if this one's even worth the 10 or not. That's a very, very, very good question. So I don't know. I'm still going to do the campaign just the same. As you will see, I am started on the campaign because I just kind of go through it. This gives me more of a focal point, more so for me. I could kind of blow through the objectives. It's not going to make me or break me going through them. I could do them within 2 to 3 days typically if I'm just on the slow grind, or even if I'm moving through a little bit faster, you can. So let's go ahead and dip into the Soulforge as well. So in the Soulforge, I'm still trying to get my diamonds up. I got 1840 as far as like diamonds. I could probably craft another 400, so I could probably get up to 2200. Looking at the troops that are in there, we'll just break it down basically in reverse. The one of the legends, I still don't think you should craft it, but the one legend you should probably get in your hand is Tesla. Tesla is definitely very, very good. Deal 8 true damage, boosted by all ally and enemy armor. That could ramp up pretty good. 4-to-1 scaling, excuse me, 4-to-1 scaling is not the greatest of scaling, but it's not terrible either. But you could definitely pair with some other true damage characters, and you could probably get out of dodge pretty fast, especially if you're going against teams that are like high armor teams. You could definitely do that. Or if you are sitting with a high armor building team, like if you're going to sit with like a Rowan type team where you're actually building into the armor, and you have like a Tesla to try to, you know, level out some of that damage as well, I think that would work out too, because you could do some top end damage where we're on. You could actually do some bottom end damage with Tesla. I have to kick that around. Thinking about it as I'm talking, I think that's a team that might work, and then maybe have like a Leprechaun to kind of jumpstart both of them to get them cooking with the hammer to try to generate some mana. I think that might work out. Top end damage, bottom end damage, some mana generation on both fronts with a good jump. Definitely would recommend getting that Tesla. I wouldn't craft it, but I would definitely try to pull for it for sure. Artema, as far as like the legendary is concerned, destroy rogue, give you 14 damage to 2 weakest enemy, boosted by centaurs. Probably not that great unless you're doing a centaur team, and I haven't seen too many of them. Glaceon is definitely pretty cool. I got a team that actually rocks with like a Glaceon. I may show that to you somewhere down the line. Basically is a skull damage team, which I use with my Doom Skull bow. Pretty fire, by the way. So definitely could rock with that too, but definitely say it's probably much easier to pull it versus crafting it. I don't think it's worth the 800 diamonds to craft, but definitely worth to try to pull for it at some point. And Basilic, kind of the same thing. 14 true damage to an enemy. If it's poison, deal double. Then deal 14 true damage again. If they are stunned, deal double damage. So that's pretty cool there. That's not a terrible Basilic is not terrible by any stretch from the Mystic Scales, because if you run it with true damage with a poison, something that will be able to generate poison, that could probably ramp up pretty fast too. So that's not necessarily a bad idea either, with a team that could definitely poison off top. It actually does skull reduction, poisons enemy when doing skull damage, which is cool. Stun an enemy when matching brown gems. That's actually not bad either. I could probably rock a team with that too. I don't know if I have that one on my team, but I could definitely rock a team with that. That's pretty cool. As far as like your mythics is concerned for the week, you got that Doomclaw. Doomclaw was up about a week or so ago. You could have pulled it in the regular with the regular gem key, one of the gem key events. and does 28 damage to an enemy with boosted by enraged allies with 25 separate chances to devour the next enemy below and above. The 25% chance to devour is not crazy, but it enraged with 4 or 5 matches. That's kind of cool, and it gains 1 magic for each brown ally. That's kind of cool too. Not the greatest of mythics, probably like maybe a B tier mythic, maybe. But it's not terrible by any stretch, but I don't know if I would go out of my way to craft it. Xathanos, you know what y'all need with Xathanos, Skady. Freeze and mana burn the first 2 enemies, knock them into last position in Summon Queen map. Just because of the Summon Queen map, that actually gives us some punch there. Creates an ice storm at the start of every turn. Gains 1 magic, of course, and it's immunity to frozen. The ability to create the ice storm, so if you're running teams that runs the blue with the ice storm, that's definitely super important with that. So you could definitely run some teams around Skady. And be able to summon Queen Mav if it gets into a little bit of trouble. That's kind of cool too, and it's the divine, so you can run some pretty decent divine teams. So Skady's definitely not bad at all. Zul'Goth, y'all know how Zul'Goth get down. And then High King Iron Gut. High King Iron Gut, you had a chance to pull last week, or in the last week, and then they're gonna drop it right into the Soulforge this week. So if you didn't get a chance to get the pull last week to get the High King Iron Gut, I would definitely recommend doing High King Iron Gut, probably above anything else that's in here right now, because High King Iron Gut is probably maybe in the top 2 or 3 as far as like most useful in regards to like mythics. It will probably get you through a lot of events, especially when you're going through like your delves and things like that. High King Iron Gut has always been the answer. Like, you know, that's the character with the abilities that you want to get into. If you don't know, 21 damage with a chance to devour equal to my attack. Basically what you're looking to do is just find something that'll be able to upgrade the attack really fast, inflict some disease when doing skull damage and all this stuff. So 4 life, when 4 life on the first enemy when matching brown gems. So if you run it with a brown storm dropping down, and you are giving a chance to kind of ramp up the attack really fast, you could devour everything pretty quickly. I have a team composition idea that I was trying to kick around. I don't know how I want to execute it, but I'll take a look at it, probably maybe work on that tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. Probably won't work onto it today, but I have an idea for a High King Iron Gut team, which is kind of maybe unconventional. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen this team yet, so I'm gonna see if it works. If it works, cool, I'll let y'all know. We'll try it out together. If it don't work, it's cool too. We'll figure that out, but it's something that we'll probably kick around. And then you got Sitharax, double a chosen amount of color gems onto the board, then create 3 more. Give allies 17 life to 17 life to all allies of that color, which is cool because if you need some board control, it kind of works like a bigger like a variation of a troll, like a sea troll or a flame troll. The only difference is instead of like the trolls being kind of locked down to a color or 2 colors, this one you could kind of pick which color that you want it to be and kind of work with it. So if you need to generate reds on the board, you need to generate some greens on the board, Sycorax can be able to do that for you. I think the only problem is because it takes 25 mana to get it cooking. I think that might be a click of a problem, but you know, it does have some of the troll, you know, some of the troll infusion into it. You know, it has troll blood. All elemental allies gain 1 attack and armor at the start of my turn, so it's always ramping up. It has immunity, of course, and then recovers 3 life at the start of each turn, which is not bad at all. It's not great, not terrible, but if you need something that will be able to ramp up some gem colors that you could choose, then you can rock with it. But I think just for as far as like usefulness, I think any of the other trolls, depending on what you're working with, like forest troll, flame troll, etc., etc., I think that'll work out a little bit better for you. So that would be one of the things I would kick around. And then Enrage Karandra is pretty cool. Just to give like a quick peek, I don't think there's anything crazy in any of the summoning stones, but I think at some point you'll be pulling from here, just as you know, just because I think in the campaign it'll probably require you to do as such. Nothing crazy in there. Upgrade your baby dragon if you use like key teams. That'd be one thing I would definitely tell you. Sea troll, if you need to get a troll, sea troll is definitely not terrible. Sea Trolls, one that double the blue on the board. So, you know, any of the trolls is definitely not a bad thing to have in your arsenal. So if you need to chase after something, that'll probably be the one thing that I will probably chase after. Everything else, probably not. Weapon wise, you have the Mace of Groshnak, which is basically based upon the Groshnak land that you're working with for the week. Removes all rev gems. I don't really like removals. Removals don't really do nothing for mana generation, but it deals 27 damage boosted by gems removed, and then it's a 3-to-1 ratio, which is okay, not terrible. The one thing I do like about this is that the sneak attack deals 7 damage to the last enemy on 4 or 5 matches. That's kind of cool. But that's part of a different trait. But I like the red. I like the attack, but I really just don't like that weapon. It's not going to really benefit you. It's really too situational. String Teeth and Raging Ally give 9 attack to them, boosted by Orc allies. Summon an Orc. Not great, not terrible, because you got to run with basically an Orc team in order to utilize it. Don't know if you'll get that much run outside of this week's event, of course. Deal 29 damage to an enemy, boosted by Orc allies, and create a mix of green and red gems. Probably a little bit better variation, because you get the chance to get some green and red gems on the board. But on the flip side of the coin, I don't know if you'll be able to utilize the Bone Scraper that much. Spike Mace, same thing, give you mix of 6 green and red for each Groshnak ally. Probably only useful for this week events. I know on the top, I believe that you'll be running with a team that's going to be purely Groshnak allies for the first event for the guild, and we'll get into that in a minute. Earth's Fury, eliminate all armor from the enemy, deal 27 damage, give all allies 2 attack, boosted by armor eliminated. I like that. I mean, if you really wanted me to choose one, anything that eliminates all armor would be really beneficial, kind of like Mang, but the only difference is that it just deals, you know, eliminates the armor, and then it deals damage. So it's basically like a eliminate plus true damage, if that makes sense. So, and then it's boosted by armor eliminated. So when you're running against high-end teams, I think that might be pretty cool if you could have something that will be able to balance with it. I think you will have to get another weapon to balance, another character to balance with it to kind of continue some attack, but it basically functions like a Mang. It's basically Groshnak's variation of Mang. I like that. That's pretty aight. That's pretty aight. I like that. I would choose that one probably above anything else I've seen so far. The Doom Codex, 32 scatter damage per temper level, create a mix of brown gems and skulls. For every brown enemy, give 3 magic to all allies. If the enemy has a doom, give 5 more. Ooh wee, that's definitely not bad. Definitely not bad for a tome. Wow. I mean, for a doom, I don't know if I would go out of my way to build it just yet, because I don't know if I would have like the resources to really get it like tempered up all the way. But that's definitely not bad to do the scatter damage for one. That's kind of cool. Cause I could go any which way, but really it's the getting the +3 magic to anything with brown. So running with like some brown enemies would kind of make that cook pretty well. And it's a brown weapon as is, so you'll get 3 magic yourself, and that scatter damage will move up. And if you're going against a doom, like if it was last week and you're going against a doom, this Doom Codex would have probably been really good. So actually, let me let y'all know what the chest is for the week. The Groshnak troops is going to be the event for this week. Let me let y'all know what I don't have. So here's what you know about mid-tier life. When you are in a mid-tier, you don't have certain characters from certain lands. And I know I took a look at this earlier. I don't have certain
to put together in the guild event.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna take a look at that, because here's my problem with the guild event. Now I'm gonna go to guild event in a quick second, but here's what I'm missing right now. I don't have the Zolzara. I don't have the Shade of Zorn. I don't have the Gore Thrum. I don't have Wardrock, and I don't have the Garanchitar. So ideally, I think you're gonna need one of these. I mean, if you get like Soul Zara, I think it would help. because it will do the 23 damage to an enemy. If your enemy life is greater, then you could deal triple damage. So you're going to need probably this particular one. I don't have it, but I think you're going to need Soul Zara like off rip to go through the team event first and foremost. And just for people who, for people going to be watching on YouTube later, in the event for this week, for the team event for the guild, you can only rock with Groshnak team. So
It's a shame I can't send you my duplicate troops.
actually do this if you want to. You know, I know I wish I could get the I wish I could get a lot of people dupes, but do this. Kick around some team ideas, send it to me either on my Twitch or Instagram, and I will see, you know, if I get a chance to pull some of these characters, I'll see what we're kind of working with. I don't want to pull too crazy from this land, but I definitely need to get a couple of units for sure, because what I have in here is not great. I only have Garnock, which is okay, which I'll have to upgrade, of course. Deals the true damage, but it creates the 7 red and 7 brown, which the red gems would definitely be useful for. Red gems be useful for himself, and I could use the brown if I use like a mountain crusher or something to that effect. I think I could use that. I could definitely probably put this in here for sure. Korok the Dread, 15 damage to the last 2 enemies.
Brown good for hero.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. If I use the brown, ideally. Oh, actually, you know what? I can only use, I think we're limited as far as weapons, so it would have to be main. I'm gonna tell you off rip, it will have to be main, because all the other weapons, I don't have enough weaponry to kind of work, because it has to be a Groshnak weapon. So it would definitely have to be main for sure. So the red and the brown mix would have to be for Mang, and Mang will obviously be on top for sure. Garnock will be there to kind of support, just to give you some mana generation behind it. The other thing that I could probably think of, without getting the mythic or the other characters, at least in my particular composition, it would literally just be mana generation, and feed everything into Mang to make it work. And I think that would probably get me pretty far. Let me see what else would probably make sense. Don't need the tower for right now. Quang the Dread, if there's 13 or more red gems, summon a random daemon. If there's the 13 or more red gems, that's the key. 5% chance to devour on skull damage, which is not the greatest if I upgrade it. I might put that on there, but I'm not too keen on that one. Let me see what else I could put in there. Convert all yellows to skulls, give 7 attacks to the first ally. Now, I forgot something super important. I forgot, and it's super important. This might be, that Fist of Zorn might be key. In your, let me go back. In this week's events, you have the medals for this week, and with the medals is based upon, the medals are based upon attack. And so when you have the medals that's based upon 40% skull damage up to 160% skull damage for this particular event, let me be clear, not across the board, but just for this event, I think you're going to have to build a skull team around it. So you need something with mana generation. You're going to need, you're going to need something with skull damage. So you're going to definitely need a few of these cooking for sure, for sure. So hopefully we get something out of here. Wyvern, let's see, evolve the badge. That'll be cool for right now. So basically what you want to do is get a medal. You want to at least get a medal out of it. So if you get a medal, then you could probably work and get 160% skull damage on it. I don't necessarily need it, but I do kind of need the troops coming out of it, if that makes sense, to maybe balance it out. But I'm not getting a lot of characters that I need from there. So what I would look to do, Mang on top for sure, Garnock for mana generation, Drake Rider because, not Drake Rider, excuse me, Fist of Zorn to convert all yellows to skulls. And then I don't know if there's anything else that'll be able to convert. 16 damage boosted by skulls, unless you got a bone storm that's not going to work out too crazy. I have Drake Rider in there, convert all yellows to red. Oh yeah, that's why I put it there. I put that in there. So convert all yellows to red would help too. I knew there was a reason why I put that in there. The only problem is that Fist of Zorn gets blocked. Orc Veteran 5025, it doesn't have the scaling, but it does create 8 red gems. So if I need to create more reds, I could potentially put this in here. Not for anything else, is because this could go here, and because it utilizes green as opposed to white, I could definitely get red here, red here. Fist of Zorn converts all yellow into skulls. This will be able to generate red and brown, and yellow into skulls may give it some balance. I may go with something like that, at least initially, because I could get reds cooking with something with double red with the minus blue as far as like a banner's concerned. Would probably be the ticket for me. Let me do this. Something with double red. Wow, let's do this. Double red, yeah, let's see, let me see what it was. Double red, green, and then minus blue, or yeah, it'll probably have to be that double red with the green minus blue. That's not terrible, because the double red's important. You're going to get action off the brown, of course. I think that'll probably be the right way to go. And then as far as like classes is concerned, that's a good question. It's you're basically running an orc team more so than anything else, so you probably want to run something with orc. Or for me, I'll probably run Titan, not for anything else, at least off rip, until I figure out maybe something better, and I'll kick that around in a little bit later today. Is with Titan, you're able to generate the brown. That's really what it would come down to. I need something that will be able to have like the brown storm, like right off top, have rock solid, because we get the dust storm like right off rip. It gives me the brown gems to kind of work to get the main cooking really fast. So that will be my first and foremost. And with main, it'll be able to strip armor pretty fast, probably a little bit better than the other weapons that you have available. So that probably will be like my initial team, but I'll kick that around a little bit more. I'll let y'all know as we go along. But that'll be one of those things that I would work with. But what I'm gonna do real fast, I gotta hurry up and get up out of here. But what I'm gonna do, let me get my guild stuff first and foremost. I am going to do a couple of things. I didn't get a chance to pull for that new, y'all know about that new mythic that's sitting around. I said I was gonna pull for it yesterday. I didn't get a chance to. So, oh, you know what I didn't do? Sorry, my bad. I forgot to get this. I forgot to get the Wardrock. Now, this particular one could work too. Wardrock does 24 damage to the first enemy boosted by their attack. If I am enraged, bleed the first enemy twice. That's not great. I don't know if I'll use it on the team, but I will get it. And we'll get it to Mythic, of course. It'll be 6,400 glory, which I'm cool with that. I definitely need the lava trait stone anyway when I start upgrading these characters, so we're good there. But what I'm gonna chase after is that new mythic that's been sitting around. So I'm cool with it. I don't know if it's the greatest of mythics, but I said I was gonna try for it, and I am. So here's been my thing about going for this particular mythic. I'm gonna pull so I can even up the deck a little bit. So I could pull it in like increments of 50. So my theory in regards to pulling for a mythic is this. Now, to get a mythic 9 times out of 10, you have to pretty much pull 1,000 keys in order to make that happen. Now, I don't know. It's like the last time when I pulled for these keys, in the algorithm of the pull, when I got my High King Iron Gut, if y'all didn't get a chance to see that in my last video on my YouTube page, of course. When I pulled for that, what I did, I was pulling some regular key pulls here, and it was coming out the gem key. It was like one of the rare ones that I actually needed out of last week's land. It was like High King Iron Gut and one other character, and I wound up getting both of them. It was a legendary. I don't remember the legendary off the top of my head.
Long time.
Right. So when I was pulling the last go round, what I did was I supplemented it by pulling some of these keys here. So I dropped in and pulled about 1,000 of these keys. So when I pulled 1,000 of these keys, what it did was, it actually, I think, I'm not sure, I think what happened was it kind of shook up the deck a little bit. And so I'm gonna pull 1,000 of these keys here to try to shake up the deck a little bit to see if that helps, and the other key pulls to see if this number here affects these number in these gem keys. So I will go ahead and pull these gem keys. We'll pull them in 50 at a time, and we'll see if we get a mythic out of it. I don't know if we'll get a mythic or not. I'm not saying it's the guaranteed secret sauce. It might be, it might not be, but we'll see if it's the guaranteed secret sauce. I didn't get it there, so no legendaries, no mythics there. And we got something new. We got a Queen Map, and we got this little Cloud Stalker, which is okay. It doesn't really work for me for anything right now. And we'll go ahead and pull again. I don't know if I got the secret sauce with this one, kids. I don't know. Oh, a lot of legendaries there. So you see how the legendaries are popping up a little bit more rigorously. So I'll pull another 200 here. And then we'll go ahead and pull another 50 here. And let's see if we get it. Oh, I got that Soul Zara. Wow, I actually needed that. Needed that Soul Zara, so that might change up what I do in regards to my lineup. So I'll definitely take a look at that for sure. We'll pull another 50 here just on GP. And Gorthrum.
Nice, well done, pal.
Yeah, so not bad there. Not bad there. But I didn't get a chance to really get that elite in my hands either. Man, if I get elite, it'd be crazy. Corrupt Troll didn't need that. We'll go and pull the last of them and see. That's not a big deal. I'll be able to get these keys up really quick. Shout out to my squadron. If I didn't do that already, shout out to my squadron, Burning Legends 2. They're the ones who actually helped me get the resources up quick enough so I can make sure I can do stuff like this for y'all. So shout out to them. No mythics at this go round. I'll go ahead and pull some from here. We'll pull them by 50s and
for the win.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, definitely. So we'll see if we can pull a few out of here. I'll pull them in groups of 50. Another legendary Emperor Liang right there. Nothing there. We'll pull a few. I haven't pulled a lot of resources in a while, so I might as well pull a few and see what we could get. Sometimes, you know, when it comes to key pulls, I'll let y'all know, sometimes that comes down to like just the meta in which sometimes it's the time in which you pull these keys. Sometimes it's just the randomness of the pull. Like you can pull at night and get much better results than pulling in the morning or afternoon. Sometimes that's the case. Sometimes it's a matter of just getting a little bit, you know, just a little bit lucky. You know, you got to be able to shake up the keys a little bit, and hopefully you get a chance to get a mythic. For me, because I just received a mythic like within days, I don't believe that I will get another mythic out of the mix. So I don't know if I'll get another one like off rip, but I would hope so. But doesn't look like I'm going to get one. It's shaking up slow. No, don't shake it up slow, because every time you shake it up slow, that means something bad's going to happen. Yep, something bad's going to happen. But it's okay. I'm going to pull up to 1,000. I'm going to pull these last couple of ones and see if we get something good. So we're getting a lot of legendaries. We're just not getting any mythics, which that's kind of par for the course. Don't get it wrong at all. You know, if you're getting a lot of legendaries and you're not getting necessarily any mythics, it's okay. Legendaries are important too, so don't kind of hang your head down. It's just, for me, being a mid-tier player transitioning to being an elite player, these are kind of the things that you kind of need. You kind of need those You kind of need those elite and mythic cards to make yourself an elite team. So didn't work out in there. I'm not going to pull the last 1,000. I'm going to kind of hold those. I maybe pull the last 1,000 tomorrow. I'm not going to pull them out today because I got to get ready to go in a little bit. I did tell you I got to get ready to get in and get some work in. But what I would do, let me take a quick look at this real fast, because I did get a couple of characters that might work here. The Soul Zara does 13 damage to an enemy, gains 10 souls. If the enemy life is greater, deal triple damage. I kind of like that because what it does is actually a different color scheme than everything else. So I might pop that in here as opposed to maybe the Orc Veteran. I think that's what I want to pop that into. Yeah, I might pop that in here. I might pop this in here as opposed to the Soul Veteran. I think that'll work out better because the ability to do the triple damage if the life is greater, especially when you're going against higher tier teams, will definitely come into play. So I would definitely put that in consideration. I would definitely put it in the 3 spot for sure. Convert all yellows to skulls. I would definitely keep that in the 4. Actually, you know what? I will actually flip that, not for anything else because I don't want to necessarily block Fist of Zorn. I'll probably do it in this manner. Soul Zara will be on the bottom, Garnock will be there, and then I will have like that one on top. Still the same banner. I think the banners would be fine. If I did double magic, it'd probably work out too. But I like the double red. I think the double red with the green, I think that works out just fine if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, double red green, because Soul Zara gets the +1 on the green, so that helps that. You'll get some action on the red, of course, and then the -blue is cool because I don't have any blue. Still sticking with Titan class. I think that's the team.
Same team as I used in the event made.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna rock with. I think that's the team. I would actually give what I'm gonna do tomorrow, because I got to get ready to work now, but tomorrow we'll come on this time around 11:15 Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, and I will actually kick around this team tomorrow and give it some run tomorrow for sure. So we're going to table this team until tomorrow. We'll work on that tomorrow. If you want to see the footage tomorrow live, you can definitely see it. I'll be on Twitch and we'll be on here. We'll run it live tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But I got to get ready to get to work.
It's 2018 here in the UK.
Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting in the UK. Definitely appreciate you watching overseas. Hopefully everything's going good over in the UK. But hopefully I get a chance to tune in tomorrow. We're gonna definitely kick that around for a little bit, and we'll kick around this team tomorrow. I believe tomorrow there's gonna be. Is there another event jumping in tomorrow? Yeah, we're gonna have a faction assault tomorrow, so we'll definitely probably touch into that faction assault tomorrow as well. And yeah, that'll be the 2 things we'll probably look into. We'll probably look into both teams, and we'll kick around the faction assault team tomorrow. And we'll take a look to see what that faction assault is. I don't remember off the top of my head. I didn't know. I just don't have it memorized off rip. So we'll go into that tomorrow. So let me go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. Definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. If you don't get a chance to see it now, definitely catch it on the YouTube page a little bit later. I'll have it upkicked, of course. Hopefully you like my audio. And definitely let me know, because I'm using a new mic. So if y'all like my audio, y'all think it's coming in a little bit clear, definitely let me know about this microphone. Again, if y'all like it, I'll probably rock with it for a period of time, because it's a little bit lighter than what I do. I don't have like a table mic. I'm just using a lavalier mic. So let me know if y'all like that microphone as well. And then let me go from there. So let me, there's my alarm. So that is my alarm. So let me definitely get ready to get up out of here, because I got to get ready to get to work in about 20 minutes or so.
Legend, take care.
Definitely, I appreciate you. So y'all know who I am. Y'all Mr. True Indeed, of course. Y'all know who I represent. It's Holy Circle Gaming. And shout out to Burning Legends too. Like always, it's God above everything. Till the next time, family, we'll do it again soon. Salute.